Karma for a Karen. This happened about a month back. I am an FOM at a resort. Karen made a reservation a month before arrival. She called 6 times asking for a free upgrade. This was her literal phrasing. They booked a basic studio. We are happy to give free upgrades when something is wrong, etc., but because you want one? No. I'm lucky enough to be working desk when Karen and husband arrive. Fortunately, I'm good at dealing with difficult customers through humor, and check-in goes well. There is a joke about wanting a free upgrade. I explained that we made sure housekeeping gave her room the VIP treatment, a baby crawl, so I'm not comfortable moving her because I want to make sure the room is at a very high standard. Karen immediately freezes up, asking if something is wrong with rooms that don't get this treatment. No, I explain, we just want to give them the VIP treatment. Check-in completed. 10 minutes later, phone call to front desk. She cannot stay in the studio as it adjoins to one of our suites, and she cannot stay in a room that adjoins. She has had people walk into her room at 2 different hotels and has a paralyzing fear of such a thing happening. I explain that our resort, not a line, this is true, has the most modern security available as it's only a few years old in construction, so if she keeps her door locked there is no way someone can accidentally wander in. And no one is checked into the room next to her. I can also put the room next to her off market to ensure this. Not good enough. Wants a non-adjoining studio. I don't have any. I explain I can upgrade her to a non-adjoining suite, but she will have to pay for it. There's nothing wrong with the room she's staying in, she just doesn't like it. She explains she'll pay, but they will never stay here again. Okay, fine. When you say that, as far as I'm concerned, you're no longer a customer we want business from. Husband will be down with keys so I can do the room switch. Husband comes down, explains they travel a lot and get a lot of free upgrades where they stay regularly. They've stayed with us once in 3 years. I do key exchange and swipe CC to do room swap. 10 minutes later, Karen comes down. Furious. I can smell the sulfur and brimstone. There is mold in the shower tile grout in their original studio room, and she is deathly allergic to mold, and that my line about VIP treatment was a load of shit. It wasn't. I'd conferred with housekeeping. I wanted no issues with this guest upon arrival. Explains how she and her husband travel millions of miles each year and get free upgrades at, insert several famous hotel name drops here. At this point I realize I have lost. I comp their upgrade. She takes the number of the head of housekeeping so she can meet with him when he arrives first thing in the morning to educate him on proper cleaning supplies. But that meeting never happens. Starting at 6 a.m. the next morning in their new non-adjoining upgraded suite, housekeeping and janitorial will have to visit the room 3 times each day for 3 days as she has a bug that is causing her body to expel everything from anywhere it can be expelled. Sheet changes, floor mopping, carpet shampooing, these are all necessary multiple times a day. She can't come out of her room for the duration of their stay. And complains to the front desk staff on day 2 that we don't have a doctor who can make house calls, when she should probably be quarantined in the ER. It was like having Reagan McNeil stay in the room when she was fully possessed and in the middle of the exorcism. Checkout day arrives. I am out front when she checks out. She looks pale but things have slowed down for their drive. And she proceeds to give me a list of cleaning products that housekeeping should be using, and that her meal was too salty the night she arrived. I thanked her for the feedback and sent her on her way. I didn't take the time to point out to her on her bill the doubled extra cleaning fee added to her bill as a result of her being a source of toxic waste, but we haven't been charged back, so there's that. Edit. To everyone asking why I didn't turf her, I don't have that authority the way we are set up here. I can give discounts and upgrades, etc. for retention, but not refuse service. And while I feel sorry for the housekeeping and house staff that did so many cleanups, if she hadn't stayed I would not have gotten to enjoy the delicious schadenfreude of her biohazardness. And the GM did DNR her.